Runnin' Down the Mountain is the story of two siblings, Everett and Margaret Little, who are living on their family's peach orchard in western North Carolina. Their mother died years ago when they were young, and their father has since taken a job as a long-haul trucker, so he is away from home. First he was away some of the time, and now he's just gone. They haven't seen him for several years. Everett was left with this broken tape of his mother's voice. She was recorded by one of these folklorists, and they got some songs and they got a bunch of stories. And the unfortunate thing about this tape is that it was destroyed by their father in a bit of a rage. And so Everett is painstakingly trying to reconstruct this tape so that he can hear the sound of his mother's voice again. We call Runnin' Down the Mountain an Appalachian sound play, and that's because throughout the process we were really trying to tell our story through sound.
Sometimes I think I could just disappear into that song. Do you know what I mean? When I'm singing that song, no matter what's going on out there, I just close my eyes, sing out real clear, and everything is just...
Phil came to New Noise with an idea. He was interested in creating a show that was based in the mountains of North Carolina, where his family is from. And he brought in some field recordings that were made in the Appalachian Mountains by folklorists, mostly in the 60s.
These field recordings, just through sound, transport you into a different world. They take you to the place so immediately. And so I think we wanted to see if we could do the same thing. Sound is a part of the story through Everett's tape, but we wanted sound to function in the performance on many different levels all at once. So you have the band, who are both playing songs with Margaret and Everett, and they're also providing a background score to the whole piece. You have Everett and Margaret, who each night at dinner, rather than eating, they clang out the rhythms of their fork and knife on their plate. Our musicians double as a chorus of barnyard chickens, who Margaret feeds and talks to and sings to.
Shut your beaks, pillows.
And we also perform the piece in backyards, and so the sounds of the place wherever we are mix into the show, and they become a piece of the environment.
Everett, have you been feeding the chickens?
Everett, have you been feeding the chickens?
Yes, Jesus.
Everett, I got a 76% on my business professionals practice test the first try.
You want me to get a magnet and put that on the Frigidaire?
All of the sounds that you hear in the show either come directly from the performers or they come from these recorded cassette tapes that we made that Adam then actually puts into a cassette player on stage and presses play, and then the sounds come out. And so yeah, everything you hear sort of happens live. The music is live, and obviously all of the things that the performers are doing, the sounds that they're making are live, but all of the sounds that are recorded are being played and manipulated live, which is pretty magical.
Runnin' Down the Mountain for me is about what we choose to hand down from one generation to another. Margaret inherits her father's striving for a better life. And Everett inherits his mother's devotion to his culture. and to this place that they grew up. And I think that those are two divergent narratives that you see throughout the South in the last century, and in the Appalachian Mountains in particular.
Sometimes I think I could just disappear into that song. Do you know what I mean? When I'm singing that song, no matter what's going on out there, I just close my eyes, sing out real clear, and everything is just bright as rain.